So once upon a time, probably about a year ago actually, I wrote down what I thought were the 80-20 data science skills, like the 80% of skills that you can get in 20% of the time to be very useful and effective in a data science team. And it's had something like 200,000 views since then, so it's really taken off. But just to step through it, again, this is something that I presented last month. The very first thing is to have a knowledge of the command line because it does inform some of the later steps, and it just allows you to become the master of the computer so that you're not pointing and clicking and stuff. So you're able to use it to understand Git or to create files or to be able to pull down code, interact, and to just really own the computer and to be in control of it. The very next thing is Git version control. Really important way of giving you confidence in your analysis and what you're doing, so that if you do try something out that's new and you break it, you can come back to be able to have something that was unbroken. And also, it's the way that data science teams interact and can manage like quite complex code bases altogether. It's just like the same thing with software developers. SQL and database concepts, critically important because SQL is going to be everywhere in what you do. I mean, SQL is, if you're working in a company, the data is going to be stored mostly in a SQL database. But for when it's not, you need to be able to read data into like R or Python or a scripting language like that. I'd say either R or Python, but you pick one and you run with it. So that could be data from different sources, such as, I don't know, might be PDF files, XML, whatever it is, or web pages, whatever it is, you need to be able to get data from different formats. And then you need to be able to manipulate that data once it's in R or Python, and then after that you need to be able to plot the data, and this is part of exploratory data analysis, which is so important and yet so overlooked in data science these days. And then the really next thing is to fit basic models in R or Python. And I'm not talking about deep learning. I'm not talking about anything too fancy. I mean really regression models here, because that is often the basis of a lot of the work you do in a corporate. And it can really help to inform you and to get that intuition that allows you to do some more complicated stuff later on. Really important that you can document your results as well, either in PowerPoints or in like Word documents, but increasingly these days it's notebooks, so reproducible code in R or Python. And then really important as well that you can get up and present results. So for me personally on my journey, hated presenting, hated talking, hated anything that wasn't doing the work. But some of that stuff is just so critical, and it's a good way to get a bit of a leg up in your career. So hopefully this is helpful for someone. Until next time, have a top day.